Shalom, family. Good to see everybody here. Boy, I tell you, this is going to be very interesting, especially with the immigrants. And one thing that I have to say about the Asians possibly being the first targeted to be deported, and I saw the same thing about these East Indians. You know, a lot of times people think the people coming south of the border are the biggest illegals. No, there are a lot of people from the Asian countries as well as these East Indians. They're here in big numbers illegally too. Many of them are. A lot of these Canadians that cross the border, but because they look the same as them folks, they don't bother them. You know, and I've worked with a couple of the Canadians that were here illegally, you know. So I'm not surprised. You know, Donald Trump he doesn't favor these folks at all. And we seen evidence of this when he was still president, especially during the pandemic. And they were getting real upset with Donald Trump. And, I would not be surprised if he does something to that Asian crime bill. I'm just saying. I get the impression that if Donald Trump had the chance, they would not have that crime bill at all. And just think about what these folks have done. Number one, in order to get the crime bill, who did they use? They used us. They used the melanated community in order to get that bill passed. And then what did they do? They went after affirmative action, making accusations that our people were getting in there and we really did not have the grades and we were not smart enough, just straight up insulting us. So you mean to tell me an Asian have been in America for years and you never came across a really smart and bright black child? You never seen this before? I have. I seen them when I was going to school. In fact, I was one of them. So you never seen any melanated man or woman that's intelligent. I don't believe that. You probably do just what the others do. When you do come across us, you try to ignore us or destroy our character, the typical things. So everyone getting into college is not always less qualified. Sometimes they're more qualified than the person complaining about them. I'm just saying. So there was an NBC article that came out, y'all. And in this article, they are talking about Trump targeting the Asian American first. Illegal Chinese people that have come across the southern border, they are being targeted to be removed first. That's what he's saying. So we're going to get into this article. And all I can say is what comes around goes around for some people. They just never see that when they mess with us, they're messing with our Heavenly Father. I guess they just don't see it yet, y'all. But they will see it in time. They will definitely see it in time. So let's get into it. So, sources that are close to Trump said that he's looking at undocumented Chinese first. And Asian Americans are now trying to prep their people for possible deportation. So, Asian American organizations now say they are scrambling, but not completely surprised over President elect Donald Trump's campaign promise of mass deportation. Undocumented immigrants from China who are deemed to be of military age will be among the first groups targeted for deportation by the incoming Trump administration. This is what sources are saying. And this is what they told NBC News, that these nationals coming across the border, and they said they are a potential risk to national security. While many community organizations have been making plans for months in anticipation of a Trump's immigration promises, the potential to be targeted has left many groups prepping immigrant materials across Asian language and coordinating with other community nonprofits to help serve the potential spike in families impacted by deportation. Yeah, this is definitely going to split up families big time. So Asian Americans had the longest, and they are right now, they are the fastest growing undocumented population, tripling over the last 15 years from 2000 to 2015. And the number of Chinese nationals crossing into the US has skyrocketed in recent years. Between fiscal years 2022 and 2024, the number of undocumented Chinese nationals crossing both the northern and southern borders have tripled from just more than 27,000 to more than 78,000. Bethany Lee, executive director of the Asian American Legal Defense and Education Fund, said the targeting of the Chinese community has been foreshadowed. She cited laws in several states that restrict Chinese people from buying homes and other real estate, as well as the Trump era security program, the China Initiative, which was accused of racial profiling towards Asian scholars. We know both the state and federal government have deemed China as a national security threat. We saw this in World War II with the Japanese American incarceration. And y'all remember when Trump first came into office, because you know these Muslims have amnesia, he put in place a Muslim ban, but many of them voted for Donald Trump. And a spokesperson for Trump's campaign did not respond for requests of comment. Sources close to Trump's campaign said the focus on Chinese nationals was part of a larger transition team plan to potentially end two Biden administration immigration programs and make those who have entered the country but have yet to receive asylum eligible for deportation. So Trump has repeatedly suggested that military age men from China have been preparing to form an army against the United States. They're coming in from China, 31 to 32,000 over the past few months, and they're all military age, and they mostly are men, Trump said in April during a campaign rally. And it sounds like to me, are they trying to build a little army in our country? Is that what they're trying to do? Joanne Yu, executive director of the nonprofit Asian American Federation, a New York based umbrella organization that works with 70 member agencies, said for the past few months, her group has convened meetings and engaged in scenarios planning in an effort to get ahead of Trump immigration promises. In the next few weeks, she said her group will be reaching out to attorneys with language skills and others who can support families of mixed immigration status, in addition to connecting with member agencies so they are aware of potential sweeps of U.S. immigration officials. They are also planning to create in language material about potential deportation, you said. We've got to get people out there so that people understand what their rights are. So I'm surprised that the Democratic Party is not giving them tips like they did the last time. Y'all remember they were telling them don't open your door to ICE and telling them exactly what they need to do. Don't answer any questions. I remember all of that. So ICE did not comment on the development, but referred NBC News to Trump's transition team. So, y'all, look like the Asians may be one of the first groups out of here. when Trump gets in office. And I also saw another article out here about the East Indians, them being rounded up and deported out of here too. And it's getting to the point where it doesn't matter if you got a green card, it don't matter if you got a visa, they want you out of here. They want you gone. And Trump put together that type of cabinet because they are trying to get rid of a lot of things, policies and laws that are already set up. And right now, there is nothing stopping him from changing a lot of things. They got the Congress, they got the presidency, they have the Senate. There's nothing to stop them from doing literally whatever they want to do. And you saw what his cabinet looked like. He didn't appoint one black person to a cabinet position. Now, some people said Tim Scott. No, that position that Tim Scott has is within the Senate. That is not a cabinet position. Okay. He is chairing, I think, some type of commerce board. That's what he's doing. That is something inside of the Senate. That is not a cabinet position. And to be honest with you, I think they gave him that chair in that committee just to keep him out of any of those cabinet positions. That's what I think they did. They just gave it to him so he wouldn't be whimpering around Donald Trump for a cabinet position. And Byron Donalds, another one that was out there campaigning for Donald Trump, he didn't appoint nobody that's melanated other than Vivek, and we know Vivek think he's a white dude. Okay, he think he's a white dude. Mhm. So, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be some major shakeups across this country, for real. It's gonna be some major shakeups. So, if you are here illegally, more than likely, they're coming for you. They're coming for you. Well, Carrie Wright, you're right. He did in his first administration appoint Ben Carson. He didn't appoint him this time around. Yeah, and I was looking at another article, and I might do a live stream on it where he is talking about allowing Elon Musk to fix the government. Now, Elon Musk is a terrible businessman. Y'all know that, right? He is not a good businessman. This man can't even fix what's wrong with Tesla and all those lawsuits he gets slammed with. But he got the ability to fix the government. I don't think so. Elon Musk, yeah. And number two, Donald Trump ain't gonna be upstaged by Elon Musk. I can actually see those two falling out. I really can. I really can see it. Mhm. Yeah, well, Donald Trump want them all gone. And if he can, even if they're a naturalized citizen, he don't care. He wants these people out of here. He wants them all gone. And look like the Asians know it's coming. They said they're prepping their people and notifying people and writing in languages that these illegal Asians can understand and letting them know that you could be deported out of here. And make no mistake about it, he'll get them out of here. Mm, mm, mm. Well, yeah. I mean, look, he's going to make good. Now, when it comes down to Immigration, I think he is going to make good on what he has said. I don't think Donald Trump is going to back down from this. I think he is going to get this stuff done from day one, just like he said. And all of these people that have been getting an outpour of money and food and clothing and apartments and all that, that's all coming to an end. So either you leave on your own or you get deported out of here. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Well, a lot of them have been grabbing up those DoorDash jobs, across the country, a lot of the illegals. That's what they've been doing. They've been grabbing up all of the DoorDash jobs, because it's an easy job to get. And number two, you don't really have to interview for it. So they don't have to go through all the channels to get a driver's license. So it's easy for them to get cars and be out here on the road and do that kind of job. Hmm. Well, Eddie Matrix, I think Africans that are here illegally, they are included in that too. I mean, I don't think they're excluded at all. Wasn't it Donald Trump during the debate with Kamala brought up the Haitians? And trust me, he ain't gonna stop with just the Haitians. He'll get those Africans out of here that are here illegally too. So for them, look like the party is about to be over for these illegals. It's about to be over. What a biblical thing that's about to happen, y'all. Remember, everybody's going back to their own group. And it look like Donald Trump will be helping that happen, you know. And everything you see, the Most High is in complete control of everything that is taking place. And he's going to be in complete control of these deportations as well. So, y'all, I am going to go ahead and conclude. Thank you so much for being here. Wow, we had almost 15,000 people show up just for this live stream. All right. So I'll be doing another one tomorrow. How these cabinet picks may be um, ducking and dodging an FBI background check. They may not have to do it at all, y'all. You know? But see, I don't think that's fair to require everybody to do a background check for a job, but these folks, that are in political office, they can, kind of dodge policies and procedures when it comes down to going into a new position. I don't think that's right. And some of them are in legal trouble, like your Matt Gates. Why should he be excluded from a background check? So, y'all, please enjoy the rest of your night and make sure you come back tomorrow for my live stream, and I will see you then. Shalom, family. Oh, and don't forget about my sale on my hair. Everything in my store will be 25% off from November 18th through the 4th. So if you were waiting for those discounts, it is here. Starting after midnight, you can get anything as long as you spend $1 or more, 25% off. So y'all take advantage. I'm fully stocked and I'm ready to go. Shalom, family.